JD here again. Just saw the surgeon. They're going to be doing some kind of x-ray where I drink this fluid and they can watch the fluid going and all that. I know it was just explained to me, but I don't remember what was explained to me exactly to try to relay the message. But apparently my stomach is in between a couple of things, like it's at an intersection or some shit like that. Depending on the situation, once they do the x-rays and see what's going on with that, then we'll be able to determine if I need any type of surgery or not. I will say that I'm not sure how long I'll be on this live, because I don't know when they're going to bring another patient into the room to share the room. Pain level is tolerable at the moment. Just got a shot of Dilaudid a little bit ago. Really sorry I couldn't hold to my word about going live last night, but I was back in here at the hospital yesterday afternoon. So, yeah. I want to, even though no one's in the live stream right now, I do want to take the opportunity to say thank you for the support from people like Nando Rambo, Mr. Doodoo, Logan, Amanda, if I've forgotten anybody's names, I do apologize, but the encouraging words, thoughts, and prayers and all that is greatly appreciated. Okay, so I'm currently seeing 2 people in here. Oh, there we go. Alf the Siren. It's... I feel bad. Thank you for that. Cool name, by the way. Used to watch Alpha a lot. The gray area, what's going on? Are you okay? Yeah, just dealing with some abdominal pain with my pancreatitis and inflamed or an enlarged liver and, just a few other things. Cruelty, good luck, bro. I appreciate it. The Nut Show. Yo, what's up? Alf, you're welcome. No 1K, no 1D1, Wild D long name 1, the Force 1 can K, comment OB1. It's Uncle Laser. Are you saying that you're Uncle Laser, or are you calling me Uncle Laser? The gray area, damn, sounds bad. Hope it works out. Where are you from? I'm from Florida, United States of America. Annoyed Lotus Flower. Hi, my dear friend. Hi to you also. Chief Queef. That's a funny name. You're right up there with Mr. Doodoo. To answer your question, though, yes, I am in a hospital bed in one of those shared room situations. This is actually the second visit within this past week. Originally came in here Friday, was sent home Sunday, and ended up back in here yesterday. How's the cancer going? Actually, I don't have cancer. I do have a friend that's also a YouTuber that is cancer-free, but there's still some stuff that's lingering. He goes by that homeless scrubbelow. Whenever you get a chance, check him out. It's spelled THATHOMELESS Check him out. He's kind of going through it. Annoyed lotus flower. I am from Sri Lanka. Okay. I am in Florida, United States of America. Yes, I agree. Thank goodness. I'm Florida too. I'm from. Okay, well, it's cool that you're in Florida, first off, but shout out to Argentina and also shout outs to Sri Lanka. Forgot to say that a moment ago. Right now, I'm feeling kind of okay because they gave me a shot of Dilaudid and that really helped with the pain, but it's kind of got my brain in a relief mode too. Hope you can get out of the hospital. Me too. Ideally I would like to be out in a couple days, but depending on how this test that's going to be coming up soon goes and any subsequent tests afterwards will be the deciding factor of that, but I do appreciate the wishes there, Alf. Let's see here. Alright, so I will be doing a live stream pretty soon. Pretty much just to get an idea of, and I'm not trying to get debates started or arguments or nothing like that going, but would like to, see how everybody's feeling about this whole election thing. And, there's nothing wrong with having a discussion. And you can even have a heated discussion. That's fine too. As long as you don't go overboard with any subject, it's all good. So I'll be doing a live stream, asking everybody's, feelings, thoughts, opinions on the election and all that. And I don't get political. I'm a theocrat. No king but God. That's my opinion. But during that live, I will be pretty much voicing my stance on things. But I will say this. Amendment 3 passed in Florida. So 420 all the time. And again, I'm not sure when they're planning on doing this x-ray test. But that may be a deciding factor as far as how long I'm on this live. All I know is that once they do this particular test, as long as everything looks right, then I'll be able to eat. Because I haven't had anything since midnight last night, Florida time. It is 2:12 p.m. now, so we'll just say that it's been 14 hours. I've only had a few sips of water to take medicine with. Really thirsty. Really want a cigarette. But can't do nothing about that right now. Okay, and welcome back, or welcome, whatever the case might be, is If you're new to the stream or if you haven't said anything in the chat yet, say hello and the country you're from so I can say hello back and give your country a shout out. Let's see here. Just to make it easier, I'm just gonna refer to you as Kenobi. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. Amen. I had 15 cigs last night. Lucky you. Marlboros. Okay. Yeah, I like Marlboro Smooth 100s myself, but when you don't have a job and you're having to do little things to make a little pocket change, like side projects and stuff, I pretty much have to stick to the 305s. They're probably the best generic brand of cigarettes. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe I was told that 305 cigarettes are produced down in Miami, which they're from Miami, but I believe they have prison workers working in their factory or whatever the case might be. And for every carton sold, it reduces a little bit of time off of inmates that are known for having good behavior and stuff like that. Yeah, I feel you there. Okay, so you know where I'm coming from. Pretty soon, whenever I get discharged here, I'm going to be doing a collective live stream. It'll be me updating everyone on my hospital visits. It'll be having a civil discussion about the elections, giving thoughts and opinions on what you think might end up happening. You know, do you think we'll have riots? Do you think we'll have uprisings? Do you think we'll have any senseless killings? Because let's look back at the whole during COVID and all the riots and stuff, and that's another thing. I haven't heard George Floyd's name in a while. Now, me bringing that up is not to say, you know, who was right, who was wrong, but it seems like he was being used for political gains, in my opinion. Like, his funeral was, he had a solid gold casket. His funeral was, you know, advertised, or not advertised, but it was basically highlighted in the news and stuff. And then you had, you know, like down literally a 5-minute walk from my house, there was a standoff up and down Bush Boulevard. This is where I used to live. There was a standoff up and down Bush Boulevard, and there was, you know, scenes from news where, you know, some guy shot a guy just because he came across as being a Trump supporter. The guy's like, oh, there's a Trumper, and he shot him with a fucking shotgun. We don't have to go that far, people. Welcome back, Nando Rambo. There's something happening. I don't know the following line. Nando Rambo, murder. Okay, so, Nando, are you saying that you think murder is or actually, I could be wrong. I'm not even sure when you got back in the room exactly. There's a man with a gun. That okay? Yeah. Um, do you like curry? Oh hell yeah! I love curry. Um, I actually one of my specialties that I cook um, is curry goat. Let's see here, Kasiho. Summit, or forgive me if I say any of your names wrong. Is it Summit or Sumit? And I'm not sure what Kaseho means. Nando Rambo says curry like $20 a plate though. Uh, that's if you go to a restaurant for it. If you make your own, it's a lot more affordable. Um, Now I'll go to like an Indian cuisine restaurant or you know something Mediterranean or whatever, and or even with Caribbean food. Uh, I'll sample it from somewhere, and if I like it, I force myself to learn how to make it. Nando Rambo says I like Netflix. Summit says good. Um, where is I going? Now where are you? I'm currently in Tampa, Florida still, but I'm in the hospital and I live on the streets. Um, yeah, for those of you that didn't catch this on my bio or whatever it is on the profile, I am currently homeless. Have been for going on 2 years now. Um, let's see here. Nando doing construction on the house. Can't cook right now. Sticky rice is good too. Hell yeah, it is. Get some bourbon chicken and some sticky rice. That's where it's at. You know, you saying sticky rice makes me think of this one Asian cuisine place that I go to. They serve sake there. I've never had sake. Would love to try some sake, but I probably need to stay away from alcohol because of my pancreas and stuff. Okay, tell us a crazy houseless story. Do you like noodles, momos? Um, I do like noodles. I'm not sure what momos is, or I might just be reading that wrong. I'm not sure. Um, but love some noodles. All right, so a crazy houseless story. Uh, all right, so I wouldn't necessarily say that this is crazy, but but it well no, it could be a little bit crazy. All right, so well, Nando, I'm already sober from alcohol, but yeah, I can be there to stand with you in your sobriety, and give you whatever support I can. But there was a time where I had camped out at a bus station, just a local area bus station, and uh, we can be so bare. Uh, Good play on words there, Kenobi. Um, Together. I don't know if y'all want to be with me being bare. I'm just saying. But anyway, it's funny that you said bear, actually. Camped out at the bus terminal, and it was either the next day or the day after that a I can't remember what kind, but there was a bear discovered in the area, and who knows, maybe I could have got eaten by a bear, but I wasn't at the wrong place, wrong time, fortunately. Best with him, folks. Bear. Oh, bear. Bear with him. Okay. Gotcha. So now Donald Trump again, president, how you feel? Okay, so me personally, and I'll go into in depth in a live stream that I'll be doing sometime soon. But personally, I don't get political. I'm a theocrat, but there's things that rub me the wrong way by both, but this go around, Kamala rubbed me the wrong way a little bit more. Now, I'm a non-voter also. I don't participate. My view is no matter who ends up being president, I didn't vote either way. So, yes, I get the ability to complain. When you participate, you have less ability to complain because you put yourself in a situation. Me, I got thrown into it because I don't participate. So I get to complain all I want. Kenobi says Trump RFK forever, baby. And some kind of symbol. I can't make out what that is. I'm looking at a phone here. The screen doesn't display things very big. I like Bear Yosemite. It is one of my favorite places. Never been there. I've heard of Yosemite, and not just the cartoon character Yosemite Sam, but I would like to. I would like to go see Yosemite. The plan is I'm gonna be going on a trip with some Juggalo family of mine, Sick Thought and Jess. Whoop whoop. They're headed to Georgia, and they were kind enough to invite me along. So the weekend before Thanksgiving, I'll be, as long as my health allows, I'll be going to Georgia. And I got a lot of family up there, even though I haven't been in contact with them since I was 14. But literally half of the city up there in Georgia where my family is my family. We have our own cemetery and everything. What? Kenobi knows about that hatchet gang? Hold on. Damn it. Hang on. Okay, he's tangled up in the chain, but... Damn it. Hatchet Man. And then there's my Hatchet Man. Why does it keep doing that? Anyway. There we go. Thug Life. Even though it's backwards. And even though the tattoo artist fucked up my left arm, Hatchet Man, he gave him a fat neck, and he put the curvature on the meat cleaver incorrectly. But when I got the tattoos done, I was spaced out on Xanax bars. So it was too late for me to notice and do anything about it. Great. Now, I will say this, as far as the whole political situation goes. This election appeared to be more about, like, the top keynotes was about abortion rights, and there was more about abortion than anything, to be honest with you. There was stuff about the whole immigration situation, and inflation and stuff like that in the economy. But here's the thing. No. I'll wait to express that opinion for one of the live streams where I'm in a more comfortable setting. But yeah. But what I will say is I've been watching this MSNBC coverage ever since yesterday. And what gets me is these people are fucking stupid. Okay? There's things that they're claiming that we have video footage of that, Trump said this or Trump said that. Or he didn't say this and didn't say that. And then they're saying, oh, Kamala Harris did this and did that, or didn't do this and didn't do that. Well, bottom line is this. This whole situation this time around was pretty fucked up. On one side, you got a candidate that was put there. They didn't win that spot. They were put there. And now, some of the things that Trump is promising to do, I need to do a little bit more research on because I'm not quite sure exactly what he's saying on it and where he stands on it. But one thing that I can say is these reporters on here are saying various things, and some of the things that they're pointing out, I'm sitting there like, and why is that a bad thing? And I mean, some of the shit that they're saying on this news report is fucking ridiculous. And that's one of the reasons why I don't watch the news, because the news is feeding us a bunch of bullshit. It doesn't matter what news station you're watching, MSNBC, CNN, Fox, whatever. I look at the world around me. I look at gas prices. I look at food prices. I look at all that shit to determine what's going on in this country. I don't watch the news to find out. I live life to find out. But like I said, I'll go further into detail on the more comfortable setting live stream that I'll be doing. My plan for that live stream, though, is hospital update, elections opinion, gonna include a Get Your Mind Right session, might do some cooking with Uncle JD. There's a device out there called the rice robot, and they're advertising it on TV for $40. But this rice cooker looks amazing, because not only are you able to throw in rice and all that, but you can throw in just about anything in that thing. You can use it almost like a crock pot too, where you throw in your meats and the rice and if you add veggies to your food or whatever. So hopefully I can get my hands on one of those before I do that live stream. That way I can do some cooking with Uncle JD as well. And I think that's enough bases to cover. I shouldn't have to, cover everything in one live stream. That would be boring. And I'd run out of stuff. But yeah. Now, another tale from the road. There was like one of my first nights in the town and country area of Tampa, being homeless out there, I was sleeping on a bus stop bench. I had my phone in my hand. This was probably like 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up to another homeless guy hovering above me. Now, when I looked up at him, I was about ready to, be like, what the fuck's up, dude? But before I could say anything or even react, he told me, he's like, it's okay. I'm a friend, and in Town and Country, it's like homeless people call each other, friends, family, whatever the case might be. But he's like, I'm a friend. I just thought you might like something to drink. And he had brought me a cup of water and a cup of tea. Now, I don't know if I'd call it a phobia or not, but I have trust issues. And when somebody just brings me a drink, if I didn't see the drink being made, I'm not too quick to drink it. Even if it came from my mom. If she was to hand me a glass of water, I'd be looking inside that water. I'm just paranoid. But when you got homeless people helping out other homeless people who they don't even know, I think that's pretty awesome. But what's fucked up is a lot of homeless people in the places that I stay at, you got homeless people stealing from homeless people, and that shit's fucked up, man. We're all in the same boat out here. You know that if you sell it to somebody that's out here, that whoever you stole it from or whatever is gonna recognize their shit, and that could bring on some serious consequences. Personally, you don't want to steal my shit, because if you steal my shit and I find out who has my shit and they let me know where they got my shit from, once it gets back to the person that took it from me, I'm gonna go to jail. And we'll just leave it at that. But here's some cool news. There was one day I was just minding my own business at the Wawa. And this guy he was in a pair of shorts and a shirt. I thought he was, out here on the streets too. But it turns out that he was just doing some yard work and decided to come up to the Wawa to take a break. Well, me not knowing that he wasn't homeless, I had, a couple boxes of donuts that, small boxes, like two-pack boxes of donuts. And so I was trying to be nice. I was like, hey, man, are you hungry? Would you like some donuts? He told me no, that he was good. And then he's like, but are you hungry? And I was like, yeah, a little. And he's like, well, come on in here. I'll get you something to eat. So the guy bought me, he told me to get whatever I wanted. So I got a 10-inch chicken Philly cheesesteak sandwich, a 44-ounce soda. And then on top of that, he bought me a pack of cigarettes and gave me $20. All from the same guy. That guy was awesome. You know who you are. If you're watching if you're watching this, thank you again. But yeah, I mean, the Town and Country area of Tampa is, compared to the Busch Gardens area of Tampa, it's like night and day for being out on the street. Now, over by Busch Gardens, there's a church that serves lunch Monday through Friday and breakfast on Saturday. Occasionally they give clothes away. Occasionally they have mobile showers and sometimes they'll do something special with a food truck and, free barbers to where you can get your hair cut and things like that. But over in Town and Country, we have individuals that, you know, pick up food from like the Bravo grocery store and Wawa and stuff like that, and they pass out, like good box dinners, not none of that nasty shit, not none of the throwaway stuff. This is actually food that was made at Bravo, and they donate it because it's a write-off. I'm not hating on them for that, but uh, the point is, grocery stores have the ability of doing that, and I just wish they would do it more often. But along with that, uh, over by Busch Gardens, you might have people that hang out in a group of one or two, three people. Town and Country, it's like everybody out here that's homeless, just about everybody knows each other out here. And it's from meeting up at the two different churches that, give out the box dinners. No, I'm sorry, it's at the library and a church. And then there's a church that on Sunday morning, you go into their auditorium or whatever, they serve a really good breakfast. I'm talking pancakes, baked, scrambled eggs, grits, fried potatoes, coffee, milk, orange juice, donuts, muffins. I mean, they go all out. Plus, they have showers in their facility. They give clothing at their facility. They give away toiletries at their facility. So, in the Town and Country area, there is somewhere you can go every single day to eat at least once. And then weekly, you can, get some clothing, get some toiletries, and, take a hot shower. Now, there was a period of time a little bit back here where like 35 people got arrested from the Wawa, where I hang out at. Fortunately, I wasn't there because they probably would have took me, even though I'm a paying customer when I'm there, whether by money or by food stamps. But I probably would have just got thrown in the mix. But other than that, in Town and Country, it's pretty peaceful. I mean, there is a little bit of gang activity here and there. There are some homeless people that smoke that spice shit, and they freak out and they start acting out of character, or their character just gets enhanced. But for the most part, Town and Country area, everybody recognizes everybody as being part of the struggle, and a lot of people out there look out for each other. Busch Gardens area, not so much. Now, I will say this, when you're out here on the streets, you don't really deal with as much racially motivated bullshit. Out here, we're all on the same level. Doesn't matter what color you are. And we all look out for each other out here for the most part. Whereas people that have homes, they, some of them seem like they feed on drama or this problem, that problem. And yeah, homeless people steal from other homeless people in Town and Country, but over by Busch Gardens, it's even worse. You can be awake, sitting on a bus bench with your property right next to you on the bus bench, and they'll just ride a bike right past you, grab and go. Not everybody, just in some cases. Governor Ron DeSantis or as I call him, Ron DeSatan. Uh, okay, so Ron DeSantis has done some good things, but he's also done a lot of bad things. Now, here's the funny part. October 1st, they passed this law against sleeping in public, which is actually a law against being homeless. They just disguise it as sleeping in public. And shortly after they put that law into effect, Hurricane Helene came through and put a lot of people out of their homes. So now what are you going to do? Are you going to arrest all of us? But it is what it is. I just think it's funny. It's not ha-ha funny, but I just think it's funny how they made a law against homeless people, and then a lot of people ended up becoming homeless. So what do you do with that? Back to the whole hospital thing. Again, everybody here has been really nice, really friendly, really kind. I haven't come across anybody in a bad mood as far as the staff goes yet. And this being the second time within the past week to see that it's still like that kind of makes me feel good, and it kind of restores my hope in humanity. But they've been treating me pretty well. They've been trying to keep me comfortable. They've been trying to keep me out of pain, which is great because I hate pain. I live with constant pain, but the pain is much worse. That's why I came into the hospital. But when they give you the pain medicine and the pain melts away, it doesn't just take away that hospital visit pain. It takes away the constant pain that I feel. And any sense of relief from the constant pain is awesome. And it also helps me to sleep better when I'm not hurting. Granted, I slept away basically the 2 days that I was in here this past weekend. And I came in yesterday afternoon. I took cat naps and stuff. I slept through the night pretty well, and now I'm awake again. And it's 2:46 right now, Eastern Standard Time, United States of America, aka Florida time. But hopefully they set up this x-ray soon, because I'm really hungry. I mean, I can't even have a bite of a graham cracker. So, so one of the medicines they put me on is water pills, right? It's because I've been retaining fluids from the waist down. And these water pills, they help you to, pee and go poo. The doctor that told me about it said that, you could lose 5 pounds of water weight one day, lose 10 pounds another day, lose 3 pounds the day after, that sort of thing. All I know is I want to get rid of this fluid because it contributes to me having a hard time walking. And I want to get to a point to where I can physically run and do martial arts again. Plus, my daughters are teenagers now. I want to be able to go and do things with them. I don't want to hinder them from being able to do things either. It's like, oh, I want to go do this, but daddy can't do that. I don't want to hold them up. Sorry, had to readjust. Haven't had any visitors yet, but that's okay, because there's a good, 5-10 people that come into my lives pretty often. So I consider you guys my visitors. Um, One thing that pisses me off, though, is there's no vaping allowed in the hospital. But vaping is not smoking. There's no fire to it. It's moisture, not smoke. It's not putting off carbon dioxide or anything like that. They don't want you vaping because it gives off the appearance of smoking. And that sucks. But after a few days of not having any nicotine, you kind of get a little lightheaded. Nice little nicotine buzz whenever you get discharged. So I'm looking forward to that. All right, so what it shows me that there's 2 people in here with me. The counter has been wrong before, but since I see the number 2, since I see the number 2, I'm gonna ask for you to say hello and what country you're from, so I can say hello back and shout out your country. In the meantime, bear with me just a moment. Good old THC vape. If you're just joining, say hello and what country you're from so I can say hello back and shout out your country. Now, my pancreas issues started back in I think back in 2012. It was either the end of 2012 or the end of 2013. I've had a year apart. I've had a total of 2 pseudocysts on my pancreas. I have pancreatitis. I had my gallbladder removed because it was infected with. Wait, hold on. Okay, so an infected gallbladder with gallstones and sludge, and then a pseudocyst on my pancreas at the same time. And then a year later, a second pseudocyst on the pancreas. From those surgeries, I have an incisional hernia. I just remembered a doctor that I used to see after the first surgery. But yeah, an incisional hernia is basically a hernia where an incision was made and stitched up but did not heal all the way. And it turns into a hernia. I had my right arm snapped in half in a car accident. They put a metal plate and a bunch of screws in. A year later, it's interesting how the timing is with my ailments, but well, it was about a year and 3 months. The metal plate they put in broke. The bone was still separate. It wasn't even trying to grow back. So they did another surgery, put another plate and a bunch of screws in, and a piece of cadaver bone, which is a piece of dead person's bone. But either way, they finally got it to attach. Surprisingly, I can lift my right hand all the way up in the air above my head. Whenever I was told the first surgery that I probably wouldn't have much mobility with my arm. The second one, they tried reinforcing that idea. And that's all I got to say about that. Speculations can be wrong. Or maybe God loves me. Now, my health is my fault. The pancreatitis and all that, all those problems, doctors said was from my history of drinking. They said that 9 years, I was sober for 9 years at that point when they told me that I need to quit drinking. And I was like, I don't drink anymore. And the doctor told me, he's like, whatever you got to tell yourself to believe that you're okay and that you don't drink as much as you think you do, go ahead and tell yourself that. And I looked at him and I was like, Doc, I don't drink. And he's like, yeah, okay. And I was like, look, man, I've been sober for 9 years. And being sober, especially for 9 years, means that it's really, really easy to piss me the fuck off. And that's what you're doing right now by telling me that I need to quit drinking when I told you that I don't drink and that I haven't drank for 9 years. But it is what it is. But yeah, you know. Oh, and then I got arthritis in my hands up to my elbows from martial arts training, as well as a shattered knuckle in my right hand. My left ankle has always been slightly crooked ever since I was a kid. Got bad knees because I've been hitting the knees with baseball bats, chains. I've been kicked in the knees. I've been hitting the knees with a tire iron. Back when I played baseball, somebody threw a baseball from second base to first base. First base missed it as I was coming out of the dugout, and the baseball hit me directly right on top of the kneecap. And that sent me down to the ground. And my other knee, I hit myself right in the kneecap with a pair of nunchucks. That really sucked because when it hit the top part of the kneecap where there's that dent on the side. It hit right inside the dent, and it was like, oh my God. And that took me to the ground too. I get a dent in my skull right here, slight dent, from when my head hit the windshield in the same car accident where my arm snapped in half. I've fallen off of roofs, well, one-story roofs. I've slipped and fallen and landed on different things on different parts of the body. On top of that, with doing martial arts and all that, I was training to be a cage fighter. And the day that I was going to go to the MMA school to sign up to be a student is the day that I was in the car accident with my arm snapping in half. So there goes that career. But it is what it is. And besides the type 3 diabetes and the enlarged liver, don't really have any other ailments, but now it appears that there may be an enlarged artery, but it could just be a screwed up x-ray. But that's why we're going to do this live x-ray here pretty soon, where I drink this stuff and they watch the liquid go down. Hopefully I'll be able to see that. Hopefully I'll be able to record that. Wouldn't be able to do it live, I know that much, but hopefully I can manage to record it. I mean, of course, I'm going to have to ask them if I can do it, but hopefully that won't be a problem. And if I'm able to record it, then I shall share it. So yeah, even though I have insurance, they're holding me financially responsible for, so far, for $7,000 something. And that's just from this visit. Give me one quick second. All right. All right, so we're coming up on an hour of this live stream. So I'm gonna stick on here for a while. Well, let me check the battery. All right, I got 57% battery right now. So I'll stay on as long as I can for now. Main idea is I want them to, do whatever they got to do to where I can eat something. And the surgeon said that if I was able to eat yesterday and keep food down, that I should be able to eat today and keep food down. So hopefully I'll be meeting up with some food. But I do know that I missed the breakfast. I missed the lunch. I'm really hoping that I don't miss whatever's for dinner. But if I do, they said that they'd be able to, they'd be able to hook me up with something to eat. I just hope it's a good meal. All I know is I don't want to be in here forever. I want to get back out to where I can do my little side jobs and make a little bit of money. I want to be able to smoke. I ain't gonna lie. I'd kick a donkey right in the balls for a cigarette right now. So this is my view. My bed is right in front of this window. I can see a little bit of trees out the window from here. Maybe a couple of birds flying through the top part of the window. But I'm not sure what it looks like outside the window on this side of the building, but eventually I'll take a look out the window whenever I get up. But okay, welcome back to the live stream. If you haven't already, say hello and what country you're from so I can say hello back and give your country a shout out. I am allowed to take very small sips of water, so I think I will. While I'm in here, a little later on, while I'm in here, I'm probably gonna do some writing. But it'll have to be after I get some pain meds first, because if I'm hurting, I ain't writing shit. It'll be after, hopefully, eating and pain meds. That way I'm not hurting while I'm trying to write. Or who knows, I might start coming up with some recipes of some sorts. For example, gonna be making up a barbecue sauce, which features the flavors of walnuts and blackberries. That's gonna be the main flavor of the barbecue sauce. It will be a smoky, sweet, and tangy. Because I had made up some hot paste, and not a lot of people were able to handle the heat. So to make something that they would be able to eat, I'm going with the barbecue sauce. I'm not going to use any peppers in it. Gonna work around people's food allergies that I've, found out about, because I don't want anybody having an allergic reaction. But yeah, so Uncle JD is gonna make a mild barbecue sauce. And then I'm probably gonna attempt to do a mild hot sauce. And actually, because barbecue sauce doesn't take very long to make, you can actually make it and go straight to eating it. I might just do a cooking with Uncle JD video, or maybe a cooking with Uncle JD live video, and get to cooking. Now, I do know this. Everyone that tasted my hot paste liked it. They also said, though, that when you first put it on your tongue, you get a good flavor, but within the first 2 or 3 words of them explaining, I could have already, I could have easily said the Lord's Prayer in English, Spanish, and Hebrew before they could get theirs out. What? No. So they can get theirs out. That memory loss. That part of the sentence was supposed to be at the end of a sentence that I said a while ago. I don't even know how I held on to those words to attach it to the end of this most recent sentence that I said it in. If that made sense. And I was telling the surgeon that he asked me what kind of diabetic I was. He's like, 1, 2, and I was like, 3, and he's like, 3? And he's like, is that because of the something to do with the pancreas itself? And I was like, no, actually, I was told that I'm type 3 diabetic because I'm type 2 with early onset Alzheimer's disease. So that's another ailment that I forgot to mention. Diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's disease. See? I had forgot to mention it. It's kind of ironic, though, that it's the memory loss disease that I forgot to mention, but I remembered all the other things. So in regards to my my plans on doing a review of a Charles Manson interview, I'm going to be doing some research, not just, looking at the interview and analyzing him myself. Now, I am not a trained body language reader. I can kind of get the feeling when someone's moving their body a certain way to try to control their usage of words, but I see right through them when they do that shit because it's obvious. They don't know what the fuck they're doing, but they want to think that there's some genius, some psychological, astonishment. No, I just let you think what you want to believe about yourself. I see right through the bullshit. You're not fooling me. But yeah, I'm gonna do my own research on Charles Manson. And then once I feel I've done enough research for the purpose of the video, then we will watch a Charles Manson interview. I will react to it. And then after it's over, you can call in and have a discussion with me about it at 656-900-2851. That's 656-900-2851. Not accepting calls on this live stream right now because of the phone that I'm using for this live stream. but also because I don't want to start a conversation that I would have to cut short. Um, and hopefully they'll come get me to do these x-rays soon. Alright, so my counter is showing 0 people in here. Is there anybody in here? Even if all you do is put a period or a thumbs up or, anything, you know, a letter, the letter Y. Send something if you're in here. Anybody if you're in here. Alright. So, for those that are watching the archived version, alright, so I was told that I have sad eyes. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I don't even know what that would look like. But the chick that told me, she said she meant it as a compliment. Now, most of my life, my eyes have been dark brown with light brown around the pupil. But I'm seeing green in there now. Like for the past few months, I've been seeing green showing up within the brown in the eyes. As a kid, I've always thought eyeballs were cool. But every time I would look at the back of a dollar bill and see that all-seeing eye in the pyramid, ever since I saw that, well, not ever since, but when I saw that as a child, it made me feel uneasy. It's like I was picking up on corruption of money before I knew what corruption of money was, just based on the symbols. You know what I find funny? Whenever they're doing the whole 50-50 comparison thing, whenever one side has numbers and the other side either doesn't have enough numbers or has way too many numbers. And they don't do anything to correct it on the screen. And we just accept it. Now, I just want to mention, there's some people that no matter if the facts are staring them in the face, they want things to be a certain way and they see things a certain way and all that, so much that they will bury their heads in the sand and reject anything. Those are the types of people that I want to kick their asses. When I'm showing you documentation that I've done something, and you ask me to prove that, and I'm like, it's right here, it's documented. But then they ask me to explain they asked me to explain how I came to whatever conclusion. As if they're trying to catch me in a gotcha moment. But, oh well. But I am starting to kind of come down off the Dilaudid. Starting to feel tired. Mm, 1:30 to 2:30, 3:30, 4:30, 5:30. Son of a bitch. Alright, so I got 2 more hours before I can get any more pain medication. Hopefully, between now and then, they'll take me for this x-ray so I can get back, get fed, and get cleaned up. Wait, no. Hopefully the x-ray comes between now and then. That way I can get the x-ray done, see the cool shit, and then x-ray, cool shit, pain medicine, food, shower. Get your mind right again. Okay, so get my mind right again. So depending on what happens today will determine if I decide to go live later tonight. Yeah, I almost passed out there. Damn it, I know that woman on the TV from somewhere. She did not age well. But, oh, yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Depending on the circumstances, I will be going live tonight. If I am going to go live tonight, I will make a post saying Uncle JD is going live. But, alright, I'm having a hard time staying focused. I'm feeling kind of drowsy and groggy and all that. I'll be back on here later. I'm not sure how long or how short I'll be on later, but I'll be back on later. And hopefully I'll have my other phone charged up to where y'all can call in for that show, unless they've added someone to the room, and then I won't be able to go live. But anyway, I'll make a post saying if I'm gonna go live or not. Uncle JD signing out. As always, everybody stay safe.